Facebook Live. Can you guys hear me? I don't see anybody on yet. Let's see. How do you see the chat? Chat, live chat. Welcome. Let's see. I don't even know. Oh, we don't want to do that. Let's see. Oh no, mic's on. Just trying to see how you see the chat. Nobody's on at the moment. Curious. It even shows me on. Is Officer Judd now a detective or an SRO? Steve Wallace, what's up? Can you guys hear me? I got these ear pods in, so I'm just trying to see if you guys can hear me. All right, my mom said yes. Sounds good. Thank you, Jerry. I have no idea what Officer Judd's doing now. I don't know if he's a detective. I don't know if he's an SRO. I haven't seen him in a long time. The live was so sudden. Yeah, because I was sitting here and I had some downtime and I was like, well, let's try to jump on. What's up, Free? Now, the problem is I'm on my iPad. I never tried to go live on my iPad. So I was like, yeah, I'm in the hotel room. I'm just sitting on the bed. I got nothing else to do. My wife and kids visited all weekend. They did their spring break here. So this whole thing, this whole military thing ends on the 25th. So that is when we'll be able to go back to a regular scheduled program because the internet is so shitty here and it's unstable. I didn't want to invite a guest and try to do a live and not be able to, it's not fair to them taking time out of their day to do our show and then the show is shit. So it's easier if it's just me, maybe banning. I can jump on when I got the time and we could sit here and bullshit for a little bit. And we need to not see a face like this late at night. Thanks, brother. You ain't wrong. Somebody said something about Starlink. Have you seen the Afro Man videos? Yes. You couldn't not see the Afro Man stuff. Hilarious. I think they got the verdict right. Total bullshit that they would even try to sue him. He just didn't like being clowned, and just the way it is. How much are you longer stuck supporting military operations? Till the 25th, brother. I listened to those Afro Man streams while working this past week. Yeah, they were fucking funny. I love that he wore an American flag suit the whole time too. This shit was funny. Hilarious. But yeah, I had a good weekend visiting with the kiddos on their spring break. We stayed at some some little Hyatt or Marriott around the corner from the base that had like a little lazy river and just kind of did that. So it was so mean of Afroman to invade their privacy. I know, right? Too funny. Um, those officers are never going to be able to work in LA again without being the butt of every joke. Oh man, could you imagine roll call? They're just going to start playing the songs. Great video on the job with James Freeman and his run-in with that cop that didn't know SCOTUS ruling on recording. Yeah, that's an old one. Um, I've been because I don't have the time to make videos on my military time. I just have been taking old ones that I did and just repurposing them, and they're doing really well. So there seems to be a lot of older videos that I've made that a lot of people haven't seen. So it's actually kind of a good strategy. We're getting awareness to older videos that I thought were pretty good. To include that one, thought that was a great video. The dude giving the finger, that's another good one. I did that one today. Or I'm sorry, I didn't do that one today, but I did that one recently, and that one's been doing really good. I don't know why I can't get the chat to stay up. Yeah, I'm just looking at everybody in the chat. We got Freeman, we got Brandar, we got Mr. Billfold, David Edmondson. I saw Steve Wallace in the house. What's going on, guys? Um, that lemon pound cake did look delicious, though. You need to use old videos. Lots of LEOs are still not in the know about the basic stuff. Yeah, some of our old stuff, man. I look at some of the videos I made and not the best editing skills because I was still learning, but I can re-edit those now and make them look a little sharper. I like to speed up when I talk just because I think you're trying to get the point across quickly so you can have discussion about it later. Yeah, James' reaction's hysterical. That cop spouted that nonsense and Freeman paused for a second and then just cackled at him. So funny. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that video. I'm trying to think what other videos did we post recently? Pulled over for the middle finger, Cop Butcher's case law. I posted the video today that showed CHP. A couch fell out of a truck. You can see traffic and a motorcycle are trying to help this officer stay safe. I thought that was a cool video. Kind of goes to the heart of the mission of what we do. It's kind of the main focus of everything that I try to push across is like, look, there's cops doing bad things. There's cops doing good things. There's citizens doing bad things. There's citizens doing good things. Let's highlight all of that. But ultimately, the full mission statement of what I'm really trying to push across is that everything harmonizes when we're both working together, when we're not working against each other. I think a lot of times, because somebody has a negative connotation towards cops, they automatically are pushing back instead of just taking that situation that's in front of them for what it is. Like in this situation, let's say you hated cops and you see this cop stop and he's about to stop traffic and he's doing that typical like where they just weave back and forth. I could see a lot of people that just don't like cops and not even give them the chance and say, "Oh, this power hungry cops just trying to stop traffic and do all this stuff," not realizing if they just give it a second, breathe. Don't let your negative connotation about police overall interrupt the way you're thinking about this particular situation in front of you, and you realize he's trying to help. So, um, judge seemed biased in the Afro Man trial. K9 TVs, what's up, brother? Doing well. Freeman said, also, Eric, I was re listening to the Von Kleem in studio while I was working. And I think you guys need to do the constitutional rights training for cops. It was such a good idea. I agree. It is something that I want to do. I still haven't fully gotten through the ego class stuff that we clipped up and tried to put together. I got to get that all the way out. So once that's done, then we'll have one class fully done. But you're right, Free. We do have to do a constitutional one. I think that'd be great. We could go down the whole thing. I'll even do the I'll even do the Third Amendment there, just for fun. I don't really think it applies, but you never know. Does LEO training also include death by PowerPoints too? Yeah. Yes, it do. It'd be that way though. Yeah. PowerPoints are horrible. Although with AI, I've been creating some classes recently for drone stuff. And have you guys heard about the news Barksdale Air Force Base? There's been information leaked. It sounds like they had a bunch of drones coming towards them. So we got to be careful with the drones. Counter drone needs to be something that police uh, police need to have. The military needs to have stateside. So Barksdale Air Force Base. Trying to. For some reason, if you don't keep the chat up, it just disappears. Country Girl News in the house. What's going on? I'm writing sample legislation that would require annual constitutional training for law enforcement. 20 hours minimum. Yeah, I agree. It needs to be annual training. As we were having that discussion, I think it was me and the guy from Staccato. Like, we both said like we don't touch constitutional training after you get out of the academy. I haven't seen it. Brandon said it's this because it's the iPad. Ah, that makes sense. Harrison, yeah, I'm still in the U.S., brother. They ain't sending me anywhere yet that I've heard of. Hope not. What's up, Devil Pup? Hanging out in my. I don't really want to call it a barracks, but I guess so people can understand that's kind of what it is. When two cops, one donut, four science put together a clash, you'll need. Yeah, yeah, that would be good. I'd like to put my own little twist on it. Problem with 20 hours of training, some courses are just videos that equal 20 hours. They start them, it runs in the background, and they are not taking it. That's going to be the case with just about every training that you have that's on a computer. I'm of the opinion that if we're going to do some sort of constitutional training, you got to have your classroom portion and then immediately jump into your scenario based training. You're not going to understand the Constitution and how it applies to situations in the field if you're not out there practicing it. So you can't go practice on civilians. So do it in a controlled environment. Create scenarios that apply to the First Amendment, Second Amendment. I just think it'd be fun to do one for the Third Amendment. But your fourth, fifth, sixth, 14th also comes into play a lot with policing. Uh, but yeah, get through those. Have scenarios for all of those, and it probably needs to be a 40-hour class. I don't see how you could do it. Only 20 hours is going to be enough because you're going to want to go over it, tabletop it, just going over the Constitution in itself. It's always great to have video examples. I would have video examples of, like the dude that gave the finger, the video I posted that either today or yesterday. Like that's a great one. It's First Amendment, all that stuff. So I'm just looking at the comments here. At least I'm trying to. I really don't like doing this on an iPad. I messed up. I'm having a hard time reading the chat when Eric uses this format. Sorry. Um, Listen, despite you guys maybe not liking this format so much, it definitely gets more views. When we do horizontal, we get around 400 views in, let's say, 2 hours. When we did horizontal in the last one, we had like 4,000 views. So the horizontal gets a lot more attention. I don't know why, but it do though. Tim in the house. What's up, Tim? Twitchy. Can you recruit civilians to role play scenarios? Yeah, we have citizens help out all the time. We have our they call them Code Blue. Our Code Blue team. It's all civilian based. It's they go help out. They know what they're doing. I volunteer to refuse to ID to Von Clean for training purposes. In the DUI training, do they have controls like non-drunk suspects so they can see people aren't drunk? Yes. So typically, what we'll do is we'll have let's say we'll do a searching class, search and seizure class, with dope. You know, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll run a scenario where the first time around they get the PC, they hear the right words, they smell the right smells, and they get in there and they search the vehicle. And then they'll go into the classroom. We'll talk some more. We'll kind of tabletop what they did, and then we'll go. All right, we got another scenario, and we go in there, and everything is normal. It's a control, and that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that the cops aren't just trying to get into the car because they understand, because they think it's training, and they think that every scenario is going to be them getting into a vehicle. Yes, you absolutely should have a control. I'd love to have you on my show sometime. Yeah, brother, I'm down. Let me know. I got to do anybody's show. Freeman, MBRR. I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're. Hey, Hit your show on here, MBRR. Let them know. I don't care. My platform's your platform. Not getting into the car. It's FST. Oh yeah. So we do the same thing. When you do SFSTs and you're doing, I thought you just meant in general. I didn't know you were specific about DUI training. Yeah, on DUI training, you absolutely have a control. I can't speak for everybody's DUI class training. I can tell you what I had and what I see at ours. Yes, there's always a control. You have a person that's not driving, they have no idea. The only people that know are the instructors. Not even the and when I say the instructors, it's the main instructors, the control instructors. The other instructors that are there to help, just for volunteering to help, they don't know either. Brevard Corruption Watch said, "Can you explain how a citizen can get around corruption, such as law enforcement discriminating, only submitting certain cases to state attorney, covering up others? Can you explain how a citizen can get around corruption?" Um, well, the best way to do that, if you're having trouble at the local level, you can always escalate that to the state level. You can appeal to uh, sheriff's department. You can like there's different avenues to appeal to. I haven't run into it, but there's definitely ways you can get around that. Um, I'm always a big fan. I don't care for the media a whole lot because they never really tell full truths. But if it's a good story, that's another tool you could use. Reach out to your local media. Oh, look right there. You got a new follower. See? I'm all about sharing. For those that have never lived on a base or been on a military base, every night at 9 o'clock they play taps. You can hear it playing. Yeah, Brandar said that can be difficult. We investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing. Yeah, smaller departments can get away with that a lot better. What's the legal for a 15-year-old to drive and what's not? I don't. I think there are certain waivers you can get at 15 years old to be able to drive legally if like your parents have some sort of medical issues. But typically you need to have a learner's permit and you need to be with a licensed driver. Think over a certain age too. They got to be over a certain age. I should know this better because my 16-year-old just got her license, but I don't. I was in the career field for almost 13 years. I got forced out during the COVID and have a podcast that was critical of lockdowns and mandates. I remember that. Actually, I think Matt was on his podcast and I was in the chat chiming in. I just never been on it personally. Media is just a state propaganda for the most part. Eh, media is a propaganda for nothing. Media is a sensationalizer. You think they care about the state's propaganda? They don't. They care if it's going to get them views. If the states just happen to get them views, they're going to use it. Something else is going to be good. If it bleeds, it leads. That's the reason that saying's a thing. Dave Briscobing is a G, sniffing out funny cops business. What time is Reveille? I think I think 6:30. I don't know. I don't know. Harrison said, I believe he's saying Tennessee LEOs need more DUI training. They have had 7,000 false DUI arrests based on blood tests. Damn. I lived on Camp Pendleton. No tennis courts near my neighborhood. My parents and I lived in a mobile home park. Country Girl News says, Hiya, HB. Yeah, Matt's a good dude. Matt's been a part of what we've been doing for a couple years now. I think it's been that long. Just so you guys know, it's March 21st. In April, we have been doing this 5 years. Crazy. 5 years. In Texas, at 15, you can get a hardship license. Yeah, that's what it's called, a hardship license. You can go work, and your parents are either sick or cannot take care of you, and or you are emancipated. Yep. Are you talking about two cops, Montgomery? What are you talking about? Oh, Montgomery said they don't run stories here that do not favor the police departments. Are you talking about us? Yeah, are you talking about us? If they do, then that TV station won't get the scoop next time. Oh, I think what Montgomery's talking about is news stations. That's not true, bro. That's not true. Maybe the local station, maybe, but typically not. I was talking about us at first. I was like, we definitely don't just do pro cop stuff. Country girl, you got me riled. Uh, watch out, don't get country girl on you. Marine bloods in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah, because I don't have the ability to show videos. At least I don't know how to. What's this button do? Green screen. Oh wait. This. Oh shit. No, I don't want that. Go away. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm pressing buttons. You know how it goes when I press buttons. What does this button do? Nicole Richards. I saved a kid that was drowning. He's 6, and I'm 10. He's in the hospital now. Well, that is a very cool story, Nicole. One, good job. Way to go. You saved somebody's life. Maybe that will inspire you to be a first responder or in the medical field. Takes a special personality to put yourself over somebody else or put somebody else over yourself. That was bad. That's not what I meant. If I figured you'd say that, you're probably a cop. Me? I am a cop. I don't know who Montgomery's talking to. Bigger cities will run candles, but small locals cannot be picky. They need to keep up with the good graces of the local community. Get coverage. What's the rocket button do? What's this button? Yeah, what's this button do? That's me. Every time I try something new, what's this do? Does the United States Air Force teach you to press buttons? Uh, I don't. They don't teach me to do anything. They have manuals for everything. Anybody that's been military knows there's manuals for everything. They army proof it is what they call that. Bluetooth will give you brain cancer or something. Everything I do will give me cancer. I worked around nukes. Country Girl said, "Way to go! The summer I turned 11, saved 3 kids from drowning. Damn, I don't think I've ever saved anybody from drowning. I'm thinking. I don't think I have. I do have 4 AED saves though. Weird, because I'm not a medical guy. Uh, Tim said, "Yeah, if you criticize cops, you automatically hate them. At least I was told that on Facebook. So I made a video on TikTok calling BS on that. There are classes you should be able to take at your age to learn medical stuff if you want to. Check online in your area." What's this button do? Oops. Shut up, Jerry. Uh, Cops usually don't have civilian friends. That is true. You will see me on here constantly trying to tell new young cops to not hang out with cops. When you get done with work, be done with work. If you're that dude that is just constantly cop this, cop that, man, don't be that dude. Uh, as I sit here and do cop this, cop that. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Looking through the comments. Harrison, that was a joke. I got you. Someone save me. I'm drowning in this economy. uh Chopped liver. Yes, I am a cop. I've been a cop 20 years in May. I'm also a military cop, which is where I'm at right now on my military time. Um, I do 24 days a year because I'm a reservist. But yeah, I'm an Air Force cop. So that's where we get the name Two Cops, One Donut. I've been off all weekend. That's why I got this stubble going, but I'll have to shave it back up here tomorrow. What's this button do? Famous last words. Uh, Colonel Shaolin said, "I don't hate cops. I hate assholes, regardless of your job." I'm with you. Go Tigers! Hell yeah! I'm talking about, baby. Why don't policemen try to disarm rather than go to the gun? Good question. It just depends on what's going on. I'm always a big fan in close quarters that you should be attacking their gun if they try to pull one on you. But cops do not train enough. And when shit hits the fan and the adrenaline hits, some of their instincts is to just go for their own gun. They're way behind the curve. The problem. I speak from experience. I know a lot of cops. That's always a bad way to start a conversation. So let's go down that rabbit hole, Montgomery. I wanna just share some perspective for you. Let's say you know a lot of cops. Let's say you know 20. That's a lot of cops for one person. Let's say you know 20 cops. Do you know 20 cops from 20 different agencies? Let's say you did. Let's say you know 20 cops from 20 different agencies. There's 18,000 jurisdictions ish. 350 million calls for service a year in this nation. Most people don't travel too far outside of their own fishbowl. How many cops do you really know? Cops that are all in the same generalized area typically have a lot of the same policing culture. Not always, but a lot of times do. So your diversity of knowing actual cops isn't as deep as you think it is. It's hard for people to either one, own that and admit it, or two, to they don't think of it that way. They're like, oh, I know a shit ton of cops. Cool. Do you really? Nah. You don't know as many as you think. There's about 1 million cops in the nation. And then if you take that number and cut it in half, maybe even more, those are the ones that are on the street. So there's not even probably 400,000 actual cops on the street. So things to consider. I'm just going through the chat is not very friendly on an iPad. So you can't be scared and be a cop. They need to. That's not true. You can be scared, bro. I've been scared out of my mind. One thing to be scared and push forward. It's another to be fearful and freeze. Freeman, Izzo's been blasting out of shape cops lately. Yeah, they should be blasted. Um, you should not be in this career field if you're going to be grossly out of shape. And if you have a medical condition that's from the job, cool. Um, just don't be in the street. So what? Same, Montgomery said, so what? Same mentality all over the US. What mentality? I don't know what mentality you're talking about. There's all sorts of mentalities they have, but um, I don't recall you talking on here before, Montgomery. So I just want you to know that we actually foster conversation with people that don't agree. So I hope you don't think that I'm trying to come off as a condescending or anything like that. I actually really like that you're participating. I like what you're saying. They don't know the law. They do not know the Constitution. Yeah, you fucking nailed it right there. That's a big problem in policing, for sure. 100%. I agree with you. Brander said, why some LEO certification requirement hours less than beautician certification hours? And why is it harder Then why is it harder to take a LEO certification than a beautician's? I don't know. I can tell you that continued learning is where policing takes over. Yes, it might take more hours technically to be a barber, to be a beautician, cosmetologist, whatever, but the continued education is where policing far advances those. Just I'll give you an example. I have 40 hours requirement every year just through my department. There's another 40-hour requirement through the state. Anytime legislative updates happen, which is usually every 2 years, I think, you have to go through that, which is another 40-hour class. Every time case law changes, you have to keep up with that. You're constantly getting policy and updated uh, courses. We call them Power DMS. They're like these little computer-based courses that will have, a little 10, 25 question quiz after you go over the material. So, Montgomery, you do not know the law. Okay, Montgomery, I'm going to share some perspective for you. Lawyers don't know the law. Judges don't know the law. If by knowing the law you mean they have it memorized, they don't. There's too many. This is why lawyers specialize in a particular part of the law. You generally never see a lawyer that is like a general practitioner of all law. You're gonna have a criminal lawyer, you're gonna have a civil case lawyer, you're gonna have a bankruptcy lawyer. Like there's all sorts of different lawyers because there's too many laws. There's no possible way for you to know every state, federal, and local law. There's no way. So no, they don't. Ops, especially, we know a Reader's Digest version. What we know are elements of offenses. So that's what we know. So knowing elements of offense is how we operate. I know stealing is wrong. I couldn't tell you exactly what the state law is if you've got two or more credit cards that are in somebody else's name. I know it's a felony. Couldn't tell you which one it is specifically. I'm gonna have to go look it up. So I'm gonna detain you. I'm gonna find that offense. I'm gonna make sure it matches. And then once I make sure it matches, then I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Now you're under arrest. I'm gonna take you down to the jail. I'm gonna write it up. I'm gonna do my PC affidavit. And then when I get my PC affidavit going, I'm gonna present that in front of a judge. And the judge is gonna read over it, go, yep, this meets the elements of the offense. So that's how cops know the law. They don't know it on the spot. They're not gonna be able to repeat it verbatim. There's some they may because they deal with it all the time, but nah. Um, yeah, barber and beautician isn't going to take someone's life. I would hope not. I'm not a fan of police. Not enough good cops checking bad cops because the boys in blue look after another. So we're trying to change. I think that we're making a movement. There's a lot more cops doing what I do, what Matt does. You see it a lot. It somebody's got to start it, y'all, and it's happening. So for those that don't know me, there's a lot of people in the chat that know I am an eternal optimist. So I'm always looking at the good side of things. Yeah. Montgomery, you're right to a point. Constitutional law is the highest. Not enough know that. Agree. Going on your talk of no one knows all the laws, then why are there officers that get so butthurt when they are told they don't know the law and are wrong in the moment? Brandar, did you not watch our ego class? The reason cops get butthurt is because in the moment they have an unmet expectation. 99% of people do what the cops tell them to do. And when you buck back, it's an unexpected uh, reaction because they're expecting you to just go with the flow because that's what the majority of people do. And when you don't, they've got two things that are either going to happen. Either they're going to get an emotional response because they have that unmet expectation, or they're going to have a logical, rational approach to that. And they're going, oh, well, what is it about that law that you think we don't know? Or let me double check. I just want to make sure that you and I both get a fair shake at this. So stand by. I'm going to go double check. Really not that hard to do, but a lot of cops don't do that. Ego takes over. So that's why, sir. Cops in my city thought it was legal to drive a four wheeler on the streets. Thought it was. Will Wild Wavy. I like this channel. Just subscribe. Thank you, Wild. Appreciate you, brother. I respect our first responders. I respect the ones that do the job the way they should, even though it had no tag. Yeah, I would if you're gonna be on a public roadway like that in a motorized vehicle, you gotta have a plate on there. Let me see here. You can beat the charge, but you can't beat the ride. That's what cops say off camera. Yeah, they do. I've heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot. You're not wrong. I keep accidentally swiping this video away when I'm just trying to look through the chat. There's a woman standing in a bucket of soup, dropping raw eggs into it from over there. What are we talking about? Heat shield, what the fuck are you talking about? Chop delivered. Keep up the hard work. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. The Fallen Slave USA. The Fallen Slaves Us All. Oh, 1857. Why? Why what? Country Girl Popo. Pissed off police officers. Yep. Chat overlay sucks. Sorry. Sorry. So, Eric, it hit me that you have a bunch of newer people challenging things. I think it's magical. You're growing. I hope these newer people understand because you're on this in the same damn side. I hope so too. It's where I lean into our seasoned people, community members to try to help me out. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have a pimple under the skin, right on the tip of my nose, and it hurts so bad. uh, Shut up. Oh, Marine Blood got a sub. Holy shit. What happened? Oh, this is a glorious day. I don't know how to celebrate on here, but oh my God. Holy crap. That is insane. Okay, for anybody new that doesn't know, Marine Blood is one of our mods. People have been gifting memberships for the last 4 years at least. He has never gotten one. We thought there was something wrong with his settings that he couldn't get one. Apparently, he can. Drink 20 times. Oh, shit. That's amazing. Brandar said, "You're welcome." Did you gift memberships? It doesn't show up here for me. Hey, listen, if somebody gifts memberships tonight, I apologize that I can't recognize you. It's not showing up on here if that happened. Um, Livewire 9288 said, "I sub too." Thanks, brother or sister. I can't, the picture's really tiny. I can't tell. I'm not, can't tell. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I see that one. There we go. I can see that. Oh, I can like and love your guys' thing when you do. Holy cow. Listen, guys, if you guys decide to do memberships or do super sticker chat things, all that money goes directly into our premium YouTube. So when we do show YouTube videos, there's no, what do you call it, commercials or anything like that. And it goes into the software that we use to make all of our reels and stuff. None of that money goes in our pocket. So totally goes right back into the show. So we appreciate it. Don't fuck with the pimple on your nose. It's on the death triangle. Look it up. Yeah, it's in the T zone. Marine, I have been released from YouTube's blacklist. Yes, you have. Brandar gifted 10. Yeah, it doesn't show that. That's crazy. I'm sorry, Brandar. Shout out to Brandar. It doesn't show it to me though. Sorry, brother. For some reason, I can see Arios though. That's crazy. Free said, "Now I need a membership." Harrison, what in the hell are you talking about? In southeastern Kentucky, we drive four wheelers all the time without plates, and nobody cares. I'm not saying that the it's a big deal. I'm just saying it's illegal, at least everywhere that I know of. Look up Buggy the Clown. Your nose reminds me of that character. Shut up. We're making fun of my zit. I feel like I'm back in junior high. Yes, I'm a security forces member for the Air Force, which is another name for military police. Basically, my job is when you come on the base, if you're an officer, I salute you, check your ID. If you're an enlisted or civilian, I just check and make sure you're allowed to get on there. I'm nothing special. Um, I am. I. You're not going to hear me claim that I did any Rambo type things, or I will joke and say I'm SF because literally our patch says SF, but it's security forces. It's not special forces. But I do have some army buddies that are special forces, and I love to do that to them all the time. Yeah, I was like, yeah, we're all SF. But yeah, that's where we came up with the name Two Cops One Donut. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Hope nobody throws up from that. We came up with Two Cops One Donut because I'm two different types of cop. I'm a municipal cop. I'm a city cop in North Texas. I won't ever claim my department on here. It's really easy to find out. Go to LinkedIn. You'll find me. Look up Eric Levine. Um, you'll find out really quick. It's been plenty of articles, plenty of things I put out there in my professional career, so it's not hard to find out. But because the podcast is a LLC, I have to keep it separate from my policing. So I won't ever I won't ever talk about my department. What is it? Why do all cops grow a mustache? Is it a ritual? Listen, I don't wear a mustache. I hate this thing. But because I'm on my military orders for 24 days, I had to shave my beard. I have a beard normally. So I don't have this freaking Petty Freddy mustache ever. Montgomery, I'm not trying to stalk anybody. If I throw up, it's my fault. Don't worry about it. don't, don't throw up. Eric, could I reach out on Discord and get your opinion on the hiring process I'm going through currently? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Our mods, if they get a chance, if you could throw up our Discord channel for those that aren't aware that we have a Discord. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys reach out to our Discord. Yeah, we definitely got to give extra props to Marine Blood for finally getting a membership. We can't understate that enough. It's been 5 years and the man finally got it. Afro Man wins his case. Marine Bloods wins a membership. I mean, the world we're in bizarro world. Afro Man taught us some lessons this past week. I don't think I don't think anybody should have learned anything from that case. I can't even believe that the courts allowed it to go through. But it's a civil case, so there's a lot less burden of proof on a civil case. So I understand it. Just I'm really disappointed a judge didn't squash it and not allow it to go through. There's our link. Thanks, Tim. For those looking, our Discord link is up there in the chat. After 1,000 gifted memberships, one finally hit. I'm here to see that Marines got a membership. Falk around and find out, jumped in just to see Marine Blood's membership. Oh, that's funny. Fun fact, there's actually a minimum length your mustache hairs are allowed to be in the military. That's true. Like actual measurable length. Yeah, it's supposed to be right to the edge of your lip. And I actually have to trim this thing tomorrow because I'm out of regs right now. I am what you would call on the cusp of the edge of my lip line. And then to his point, the actual length of the mustache. I can tell mine's I gotta trim it up a little bit. The judges, lawyers, and police are all in cahoots. They live off of each other. It's not necessarily true. True in some places, definitely not true in other places. There's there's political things that people flex and make movements on all the time. There's prosecutors that are looking to get voted in for other things down the road, so they're based on the politics of that city, they're out to get any first responder, not just cops, but any of them. So, not necessarily true. He says, I'm making you think tonight. I'm making you think too. But Montgomery, I want you to understand one of the reasons I do what I do is specifically for the discussions. I I think what makes us different is, and you don't know this yet, Montgomery, but there's a bunch of people in this chat that I don't want to say that necessarily hated my guts, but they did not like me when we first started. I put them on the show. I let them get on live here and chat with us, and we would talk things out. And now they're advocates of the show. So the thing that I get from having the discussions with y'all is I fully admit as a cop, I have a bias. I fight it. The reason I have the discussion with you guys and that I push so hard to have people that don't like cops on here is because you give me a different perspective. You get me outside of that fishbowl, outside of that echo chamber that cops get trapped in. And that is why I like to have conversations, especially with new people on here like you. And that helps my brain unlock and make sure I don't get sucked into that echo chamber. Having this platform has made me a better cop, in my opinion. So, if you truly knew some of the things that we've done, I mean, I've had conversations with billionaires that run police stuff and have been able to affect change in a really big ways through this platform because of ideas that I've gotten from y'all. It's crazy. Uh, People that know Mr. Billfold, he knows a lot. I talk to him quite regularly. He could definitely tell you some stuff. James Miller, I love and respect cops. I appreciate it, brother. Keto 50 in the house. What's up, guys? You want to talk about a dude that advocates for policing um, fitness and health? Check out Keto 50. He's absolutely. He said diabolical native said never. I think he tried to say never met a gay cop. Where's your partner? I don't know. I don't know where he's at. So, Country Girl says I was anti-cop. You was anti-cop, Country Girl. I wouldn't have thought you was anti-cop. Wild Wavy said it's not an easy job, and everyone experiences their own unique path to the law enforcement. Yeah, I. It's a whole conversation on what. To me, I don't want to say that policing's been difficult. It's been fun. How can I say it's been difficult when it's been fun? Are there aspects of the job that I'm like really had to think through and whatnot? Yeah, but I'm not out digging ditches and welding in 100-degree weather or anything like that. Have I had to stand out in traffic? I'm like, yeah, I've had tough days, but I guess it just depends on your mentality. Keto 50 says I hang out with non-cops a lot, coaching t-ball. Yeah, yep, I agree. I think that's a way to be a healthy cop. Don't hang out with cops in your off time. I'm not saying you can't ever do it. Just don't make it your main attraction. Montgomery said, I've had interactions with cops that were not proper. They disappointed me. I've never been arrested in my life, so I'm not a criminal and I obey laws. That's good. Addiction to ID needs to be a finable offense. I don't know about that. Um, Bearded Tim said, Tim's one of our mods, by the way. It's because of this platform, and Eric is the reason I'm starting up law classes next year at Purdue. My boy. That's awesome. I'm sure Matt will have a lot more to say in the coming months. Yes, he will. Matt's going to be retiring soon. I think in July. Can't wait for that. We'll get his ass on here a lot more. When I plan to get Matt doing his own show. Country Girl says, "You're kidding, right?" Am I kidding? I don't remember you being anti-cop. I don't remember. I'll be honest. I don't remember. Diabolical Native said, "Okay, thanks for being a good sport. I liked and subbed." Bro, I've it takes a lot to hurt my feelings. I'll tell you what'll get under my skin. I'll give you my pet peeves. Character attacks. You can call me every name under the book. But don't go after character because that does affect my show. It does affect what I do. Um, and it, it's just I don't know. Maybe it's an integrity thing. I don't like that. So if you get on here and you say that I lie, like, I don't like that stuff. Um, if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. Tell me how I'm wrong, but don't come up and say that I'm lying about something. That stuff does bug me. Don't attack the show as far as its integrity. Not many. Don't be racist. That's another thing. Don't be racist. And don't ask for violence on it. You can ask for violence on me all you want. I don't give a shit. YouTube will. They won't put up with it. I don't care. But don't push for violence towards any of the members on here. Other than that, you're good. I won't talk politics and religion. So, but yeah, I am a good sport. Keto 50 says I was digging ditches last week. Yeah, Country Girl said I'm anti bad cops 100%, and I'm with you on that. Wade, yeah. Oh, Wade done the Wade. Is that the first time you've talked this whole time? Yeah, we made Eric a better knucklehead. As long as he keeps trying, I will educate him. I'm always. If you're a glass that's full, man, you can't be taught. I'm half full. That's where the optimism comes in. I'm half full, but I can always learn. I complained about dogs barking all night once, and the cop told me to get some antifreeze and a hot dog. That's so me. Antifreeze is deadly to dogs. I'm a huge dog fan, so I don't like that. Savage set. Every single day. Fire. All right. I don't know what every single day we're talking about, but I like it. I like that energy. May the force be with you, Captain Picard. I will end you, Brandar. How dare you cross the streams? Wild Davy. Is it safe to say that it's more likely that you will work in a woke liberal state? No. I work in Texas, baby. Anything from Ladner, by the way? No. Ladner got banned a long time ago. Um, if my mods lift his ban, I don't care. They can. I let the mods control it. um, and I tell my mods, this is how you guys can know I'm. You guys will know that I'm being above board. Is that I will let the mods know if I plan to ban somebody, and I will get their opinion first. Um, to make sure that I'm not being unfair. And I always give people an out. I will warn you that you're going to get banned unless you're racist. Then you just get banned. I don't deal with that. You don't get a reprieve on racism. Uh, but I give everybody a shot. Texas overall is conservative, but big cities are leaning left more and more. Yeah, that's true. I evoked my rights, and the cop says, "Oh, you want to play that game?" Yeah, I don't care for that type of behavior. I think antifreeze is deadly to everyone. Yeah, yeah, you're probably not wrong there. You guys know what I meant. Shut up. Don't make fun of me, jerks. Uh-oh, Greg, you got your message deleted by one of our mods. It must have been bad. Greg must be going to town. I see Greg just keeps getting all his stuff. What's Greg saying? I'm just curious. Uh, I'm gonna guess he's trying to say some racist stuff. See, I got some mods that are on point. Someone get Greg. Greg going ham. Greg, bud, we want to hear what you want to say. Just quit wilding out. Greg's advising we inject something That's all, no biggie. He was spamming to do fentanyl. Relax, Greg. Twisted Sister. Slayer, Pantera, or Megadeth? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go Pantera. It was good enough for Beavis and Butthead. It's good enough for me. Oh, my mod sent me a screenshot of what he was saying. God damn, bro, relax. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Pantera on that. Montgomery said, "I'm done flaming you." No worries, brother. My wife's trying to call me right now, and I'm on a live. She doesn't know. She's probably just telling me she's going to bed. On a live. Um, Pantera while driving, Slayer while playing pool, Megadeth while waiting for Metallica to get on stage. Oh shit. Uh, let's see, Mont, the Sig that shoots itself. Yeah, that's. Oh, is that what you're asking? What my duty weapon is for the military? Yeah, it would be the P320 Sig, and then for my civilian police job is a Glock 17. Um, my favorite is a staccato. She said, "Tell her you love her." I texted her. I let her know. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Sigs. I like some of the older Sigs, but not this newer stuff. But big fan of Glock. I heard the Glock 45s. They don't shoot a 45 round, but the 45s I heard are really nice as well. Harrison says Glock suck. Well, I don't think any gun sucks as long as it's hitting true to the target when you aim and it doesn't jam. Mine never jams and always hits the target. Well, not always. Hits the target most of the time. I'm not the best pistol shot in the world, but he's got a squirt gun. When he really gets mad, he loads up with soapy water. Put a little Tabasco sauce in there. I would love to own a P90 and a Viper pistol. I'm trying to remember what the P90 is. I have to look that up. Dig P90. Maybe it's not a SIG. I don't know. Is that the bullpup? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure which one that is. Come on, chat. I'm currently Glockless. Sold my Glock 22 last year for the CX4 Storm. Yeah, it is a bullpup. That's what I figured. Yeah, bullpups are pretty badass. I've never had one personally, but I have shot. It's a clean shooting gun. I'd like to. I'm a big fan of going through classes for any gun that I get. So if I get I plan to get a staccato. So when I get a staccato, I want to go through staccato course. Stargate, Atlanta's choice of weapon. If you're going to stick with Glock, get a shadow system. I don't even know what that means. I have a red dot, SRO, Trijicon. Yeah, Tim, put a tablespoon of vinegar in the squirt bottle for my cats. Aw. Ruger makes the P90 45 cal. Nice. Most ambidextrous weapon made. Yeah, I do feel like lefties get left out of the equation when it comes to firearms. They don't get the love. So having an ambidextrous system like a bullpup would be probably very good for them because now they got something that can favor both sides. Everybody can win when it comes to having something ambidextrous. Shadow systems. Harrison sent me. Just looking to see what he's talking about. 10 years of innovation. If you guys don't know Harrison, I think he's obsessed with firearms. I think he has a lot. Lefty here. That's why I got the CX4 Storm. Yep. There's people that shoot right-handed and people that shoot wrong-handed. Is what it is. Top mount mag with underbody shell dropping vice ejection. I like it. Oh, they're Glock clones made in Texas. I gotcha. Do you enjoy the show and want to support what we do? Donate via Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in Discord and in this chain. And the link's in the channel. Thanks, Marine Blood. Oh, Boogie grows. Sorry to hear that, brother. He said, my sister died and I'm drunk and sad crying. Well, hang out with us here. Maybe we'll distract you. Why don't you ask some police questions? Uh, Good or bad? And I would suggest that if you feel like it's getting too overwhelming, that you reach out to somebody you trust to talk to. Hurry and donate to get Eric a P90. I am not buying a P90. Uh, I can go right-handed too. Just wanted something made for left. It's too fun reversing it for people that don't know it can go both sides. Yeah, Boogie, you're probably gonna get a lot of guys in here that'll have a drink with you. Bolt armory is also great. Yeah, agreed. Boogie said it was only us and my kids. Sorry to drop this shit. No worries, brother. We all go through tough times, man. Sometimes just talking to strangers it makes it easier than trying to talk to family. So feel free to unburden yourself as much as you feel you need to, man. We're here. We ain't going anywhere. Why not? They are only 2,300 bucks. Sell your pool. First off, I am not selling. I just purchased a new snorkel, nose plug, and I feel like I got one. Oh, goggles. Um, because it's according to my kids, the water is just warm enough, and I'm gonna start doing my swim training again. I've never felt better in my life than when I started swimming. I do tethered swimming. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that, but I basically have like a bungee cord wrapped around my hip and to a fixed point, and that way you don't have to swim laps in your pool because my pool's not that long. So you like three strokes and you're already to the other end of the pool. This one holds you in place, and I'll do that. Try to swim that for at least a half hour. When I'm really feeling rambunctious, I swim about an hour, hour and a half. But never felt better. Snorkel, huh? Yeah, yeah. I use it goes straight over the top of your head, right up the middle. It's designed for swimming static because that's what I do, swim static. So you just control your breathing and just it is a. I'm telling you, it is an incredible workout. You're only a couple hours from the ocean, Eric. You can do it there. No, thank you. No, thank you. Do you think it'd be a good idea to have an agency that is not part of LE that would handle internal investigatives to remove any possibility of bias? Well, there's systems set in place, like for us, if it's out of if it looks like there could be a potential for any sort of bias or anything like that, it gets sent to the state police, or possibly FBI. So there's the systems in place, and from my experience, no state police agency or FBI agency is gonna go to bat just to go to bat for another agency. But I don't know. I don't. I don't know how that would work. I guess it depends. He is USAF. Yeah, I'm Air Force, not Navy. Yeah, he's got a pool in his backyard. Why would he drive to the ocean? Yeah, I ain't trying to swim. I like to snorkel, like if I go to the Caribbean. Um, Brandar said, "You're still asking people within the blue group to investigate fellow blue liners. Listen, you are already entrusting law enforcement to enforce laws. And as long as the checks and balances and the system set up so they can prove their case, whether it's for or against, I just, I don't know. The two concepts are contradictory. You either entrust your law enforcement agency to investigate somebody breaking the law, or you don't. Um, as long as the checks and balances are in place. I can't speak for small agencies. I just know where I'm at. The checks and balances are amazing. They're like way more in depth than I ever knew. I ask these questions, so I wanted to know how deep that went. How do we prevent that from happening so we don't investigate ourselves and find nothing wrong? Harrison, did you try out for the PJs back in your younger? Hell no, I ain't try out for the PJs. For those that don't know, pararescue is like the Air Force's version of the Navy SEALs. They actually get they go out with all the special forces teams of the other branches. Yeah, no, I'm not that guy. I'll tell you this: if I had known about it when I first got into the Air Force, maybe I might have tried because I was young and stupid and would have thought I could do it. Knowing what I know now and know what I knew about myself back then, I'd have never made it. Um, Eric, look at the shooting in Harris County. I don't know what shooting you're talking about at the gas station. I don't know what shooting that is. But yeah, PJs are badass. Ant Man said, "Are you a firefighter?" No, don't let the mustache fool you. I just had to shave my beard because I'm on military orders. I'm not a firefighter. Cop got caught with four stolen guns and killed his roommate. Holy shit. Freeman said, Izzo just covered it. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Freeman, you still need to hit the check mark in Discord rules. Freeman said, how do I do that? Eli Cruiser in the house. What's up, Eli? Guys, if you're new to what we do, feel free to ask any police related questions you want or fringe questions, first responder questions. Talk shit about cops, praise cops, do whatever you want. Everybody's welcome here. It's not an echo chamber. I just asked because most cops become firefighters. I don't think that's true. Police officer in Boston charged with manslaughter and shooting. See, this is that goes into the checks and balances that I was talking about. You don't see any cops covering for that, the dude got charged. I started reading that as cop here, then a confession. Eric, Izzo's been talking about it after over a year of cover up, thanks to attention from Izzo and others, indicted one of the officers involved with murder charges. Gotcha. Eli said, "Man, you're a nice guy. Thanks, man. Try to be a nice guy." Life is, I'm an optimist. For those that are new, I'm an optimistic person. In a cynical job, um, I'm definitely an optimist. I kind of go against the grain in that. Do you think discharge a vet with PTSD as disability benefit should be an LEO? That's beyond my scope, sir. I don't know. I'm not a mental health expert. I don't know what they can function with. I don't know what medications do for them if they stay on medications and do their job. Couldn't really give a an informed opinion on that, to be honest. It's it's Clod bitches, 1987. I think that's what it says. It's Clod bitches. It says there are mistakes. Everyone makes them. Yep. Eli said, "I'm a sub, bro. Thanks, Eli. I appreciate you, bro." Eric, what ammo does your department use? I don't know. I don't know. Bullets got a little red end in it. I don't know what it's called. Uh, what are your thoughts on the three officers fired for having disability plates in the in California? That's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think that is a chief or sheriff way overstepping their knowledge and capabilities of what they can do. And I think he set them up for a great lawsuit. Why did you become a cop? Is it what you thought it'd be? Dustin, 3527. Um, I became a cop. I kind of talked about this in the past, but okay, let me set the tone for you. Grew up in Flint, Michigan. I have a lot of first responders and military in my family. Not cops necessarily, but firefighters, army, all the branches. There are some cops. I had some state police. My dad was a cop, but my dad and my mom never got married, so I didn't grow up with my dad. I just spend my summers visiting. Um, and he lived in Texas, and he was a cop. Now, a lot of people would automatically assume that I became a cop because my dad was a cop. That's not the case. I was going to be a firefighter. My grandfather was really who I looked up to. But anytime the family would get together, the point that I'm getting to, anytime the family would get together, the person that everybody respected and gravitated to and wanted to talk to and asked advice and would always seem to have the right answers for everything was always the first responders and military people. And that could be nurses too, I mean, medical. So I don't want to limit it to just like it was the cops. It wasn't that. It was just people that were in the first responder world or the military world. I wanted that same respect from my family. I wanted to make them proud. And to me, that seemed to be the path that made them proud. So that's really the honest draw. That's why I wanted to do it. I just wanted my family to be proud of me of what I did. And I was going to go down the firefighter route. And my grandfather, I was with him one day when he had to respond to a fire. And he was a captain at the time. He's pretty close to chief, but went to a house fire. A little girl around my age got burned pretty bad. And my grandpa didn't drive the truck. He was in the fire van. There's like this medical van that would follow. And I remember him telling me, "Stay put." I sat in the front seat, front passenger seat. Just was cool to be able to see the fire. Well, they opened up the back doors, and my grandpa was like, if you knew my grandpa, it's funny, but he says, "God damn it, Eric, don't look back here." And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he didn't yell at me, but he was yelling. So he was kind of worked up. And of course, I don't remember how old I was, but young enough that I was like, I'm gonna fucking look. So So I looked and could smell it. It was a burnt girl around my age. And that's when I made up my mind. I was like, I'm not gonna be a firefighter. I'm not gonna be a firefighter. So um yeah, I didn't know what type of cop I wanted to be. I could have been FBI, CIA, air marshal. I could have done all these things. It wasn't until I was just about getting out of the military that I really decided what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's why I became a cop, and I love it. I think a lot of people talk smack about policing that are in police work, but because they say it's not, they're not having fun or you can't be a cop like you should be able to be a cop. I disagree. I love it. Eli, say goodbye, man. Bye, Eli. Sorry, I'm trying to catch back up. I just gave a big ass story, so smash that like button. I like that. Good question, Dustin. I hope that answers your question. Magdump said, Eric, if all LEOs were like you, I would trust LEOs across the board. As you know, this isn't the case. Hell no, it's not the case. I know it's not the case. I talk to guys all the time. I talk to cops that they hate the way that I police. It doesn't make them wrong. They just do it different. And that's kind of the fun part about police work is there's a lot of discretion on how you do it. There's guys that just love to go out and write tickets. That's the thing. It's legal. So it's one of the functions of police work. Is it my style? No, I hate it. And people think they do it to make money for the city. They ain't doing it to make money for the city. They do it because they feel like they're being productive. They feel like it's something that they can show. Like, look at all the work I did. I just don't agree with it. Um, Hornady critical. Yep, that sounds right, Wade. That sounds like the stuff we use because it's got that little red tip in there. Um, what should the minimum age requirement be for police officers? That's from Vic Seeks Peace. You want my opinion? Mm, I've talked about this before, but I think 25, and man, that's me being generous. What's my personal preference? 30, but I know that's not realistic. I think 21 is too young. If you would have asked me as a young Thundercat at 18, I would have told you I'm ready to be a cop at 18 years old. But I can tell you now at 43, looking back, I wasn't ready at 21 to be a cop. I don't think I had the mental maturity that you need. Heat Shield said, Hey man, you two told me you have enough jewels for a gift. So I'm going to give you a gift of jewels. I guess let me know if you see something. Oh, I don't even know what that means. Sorry, I'm catching up on the comments. So apparently I sent a basketball. I didn't see a basketball. Have you ever been, have you ever fired a beanbag shotgun? I have not. What do you think it does when people get hit by one? I don't know. I've never used one, so I've never even seen one up close. I think 25 should be the minimum. This is from Jerry. The brain is much more developed in critical thinking skills. Yeah, I say typically for males, I think our brain is fully functional at 25. Eric, to get disability plates in California requires a debilitation of physical ability to get a plate. This means officers lied somewhere to get hired or get the plates, or the CA is giving them out incorrectly. Fair. It could mean all of that. It doesn't mean you just fire somebody. What about truck drivers and heavy equipment operators, carpenters, and electricians? I'm not sure what you're asking me, Nicholas, about their age that they should be to do those jobs. Is that what you're asking? Mag Dump got another membership. Awesome. Eric, where's the rest of the crew? Mag Dump, the reason I don't have the whole crew on is because I'm on shitty Wi Fi and I didn't want to commit to people dedicating their time to be on if we didn't know how well this was going to, the Wi Fi being stable. So that's all. Brandar said, "Are officers supposed to assume the state gave out the wrong plates? That means officers have to take in account DMV can fuck up for drivers." Um, I'm not. I'm. You just asked me if he should have fired him. I said no. I think that's beyond. You need to do an investigation, and you got to get through some HIPAA laws. So that's a deep case. That's going to be a lot to that. Um, Nicholas, the government trained you well. Congratulations, sir. Appreciate it. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, but I don't know that the government trained me as well as I trained myself. They did train me in a lot. So I'll give them credit for that. Davey said, let's go. It takes a certain type of performance for both jobs. Agreed. Could have been, but those test scores just wasn't quite good enough. Boogie said, some cops are shit, honestly. Yes, they are. I will agree with you. Acorn gifted 10 memberships. Hell yeah. See, I need your help on that, mods, because I can't see it. Yeah, guys, I'm on my iPad doing this. I'm not on all the other things. I'm not using Restream tonight. So I can't see when we're getting donations. I don't know why. So I got to depend on the mods to thank you. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Acorn, for sure. You are not 25. No, I am not 25. I'm 43. I was about to say 25 years old too, sir. Nina. Magdump also agrees 25 minimum. K9 said 32, fighting my way in. Glad I didn't go when I was 21, to be honest. I had a lot of growing up too. I agree, man. I think we did too. And it's not that there's not some awesome 21-year-olds out there. There's outliers, but just generally speaking, too young, man. How are you going to be 21 years old and try to go to a domestic violence that's been brewing for 20 years and try to talk with any sort of rapport? It's just very hard to do. Don't you have to be 30 to be a senator or run for leadership in office? Yeah. If you think you were smart at 20, you're still an idiot. Yeah. I'm telling you, if you'd asked me at 35, I would have told you, yeah, well, man, yeah, I know everything now. And then you get to 40 and you're like, oh my God, at 35, I was an idiot. So I just accepted the fact that you're just pretty much always an idiot. Just listen to your elders. They know a lot. Nicholas said, I would like to take this moment to thank not only the military and first responders, but blue collar workers that actually keep this world going. Fair. I like it. I got a special place in my heart for welders. I know a lot of welders. I think they do a very hard job. They sacrifice a lot of their body. These jobs don't just put people's lives in danger. Yeah. Yeah, clearly not at the studio. No, you're right. I'm literally sitting in a bed. Boogie said, you're good, and honestly, this is a nice play. I appreciate it. Tim wants to know when the TCOD private jet started up. Oh man, my son is 32, and he'd barely be ready. Boogie, you should stick around. It's like we're all friends here. It's always a nice play. Yeah, Boogie, you would be surprised. Like I have gone at it with some of these guys that are on here that are we're friends. This is just be honest, but we don't always agree. We'll fucking go at it. Just what it is. We just happen to not agree on that topic. My friend and I made beanbag loads for a 12 gauge Mossberg. That sounds dangerous. We have liquid soap soaked styrofoam balls from an actual beanbag chair just to give them a bit more mass. It would be a detergent deterrent. I I like the joke. Marine Blood said, I weld, torch, and other things. Very cool. Yep, Mag Dump. Marine Blood did get a donut. He did get a membership. Uh, Paladin said, people who shit on cops have no idea what they go through. But to be fair, there are cops that have no idea what some other people have gone through from shitty cops. So, things to consider. Just because you're a cop doesn't make you a hero. That's my words. Relaxing music. Jesus was black. Okay. Tell you what he wasn't. He wasn't white. If he was, that was truly a miracle to be in the Middle East and be the only white dude. Uh, all donations go to Eric's hair care products. 100 thumbs up tonight. Eric will film himself shaving in Discord around. Gross. No, I won't. Uh, Mag Dump. Yes, Brandar gifted 10 and it gave him one. Yeah, Brandar is the hero tonight. The investigation looked up at the requirements to get plates reviewed when the officers submitted to get the job. Isn't that probable cause that they falsified paperwork somewhere? The investigation looked at the requirements to get a plate reviewed. No, not necessarily. It doesn't mean they falsified. Boogie said, I don't know Discord like that, buddy. Acorn, we drank several times once you got a membership. Love it. Tito said, I am Asian and into Buddha. To each their own, brother, to each their own. Black or white, Jesus is Jesus. Come on, guys, don't get religious on me tonight. Uh, Alan said, true. There are bad people in all professions. Unfortunately, cops have to deal with the worst of the worst and often get jaded, especially they have to deal with things like sex trafficking. That's true. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's very rare for cops and to have attitudes like me, I'm just an optimistic person. Very, very rare. Let's drive by religious and political comments ourselves. Let's leave the drive by religious. Yeah, yeah, please, please do. That's true, Eric. Hero status is earned by action, not by job title or choice of profession. Agreed, 100%. Country Girl said, "Oh my God, you made me LOL for the first time with the Jesus comment." Uh, hey, I'm trying to get people in Discord. You could take one for the team, Bucko. I don't know if I want people in the Discord if they want to watch me shave. It's weird. We don't do politics, Steel Derek. See what you said, but we don't do politics, bro. What did Ladner used to say about self-proclaimed heroes? That's what it was. I like cops. Blue lives matter. Oh God, don't go down that road. All lives matter. Eric, we missed the show after the Discord. We missed the after shows on Discord. I know. I wish I could do them more. If you have to have a debilitating physical disability to get a plate and you got one, but you told your job you have no physical problems, that would be. It could be for sure. Again, I don't know enough about the case. You're trying to get me to get drawn into this debate about a case I don't know shit about. So I'm telling you that if somebody has disabled veteran plates or whatever it is, okay, I don't think you should just be able to get fired without some sort of investigation. If you're saying they did an investigation and then they found that they got them fraudulently, okay, then yeah, fire them. But from what I knew, they just saw that they had them. Was like, well, you can't possibly have had those, so you're fired. And I don't think that's right. Magnum gifted another 5. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, guys. Everything that gets donated just goes right back into the show. I see there's this counter as well. If maybe somebody can tell me, there's this jewel looking thing at the top that says 630. I don't know what that means. I see it tells me about how many people are on, how many thumbs up we've gotten. We got $2 for I think was a super chat, but there's a thing up there that's like a jewel and it says 630. I don't know what that means. Mr. Billfold, I would rather have the cartels babysit my grandkids than have them be around self-proclaimed heroes. That's it. Laughing my ass off. Didn't describe you, but was persistently wrong. Oh man, I just encountered Ladner the other day. Oh my god, he is as stupid as ever. Poor Ladner. Uh, Start a watch me shave Discord server and watch it spike to 1 million people. Oh god, I don't want to be that guy. What are the upgrades in a cop car? The upgrades? What do you mean? I don't know what upgrades you're referring to. You mean like a supercharged engine or something like that? Because I don't have that. I got just a basic old Tahoe. Derek Spar, hi from Tempe, Arizona. What's up, Derek? Welcome to Thunderdome. He says, I'm arguing with you because you sound like you're assuming they were fired with no investigation. I was assuming. I told you. I don't know about the case. I just know that they got fired because they had disabled vet plates. I don't think you should just be able to fire them for that. But if they did an investigation and they found that they did shit fraudulently, fire them. Yeah, I'm with you. Mr. Billfold, be careful. Our Discord mods are tight asses. Uh, consider the source. The Explorer Interceptor is nice. I got a brief hands-on with one in Maryland. I My tried and true is a vehicle that I no longer have access to, and that's the old Crown Vic. I think that's the best police car that's ever existed. Police vehicle. It didn't have a crazy engine in it that's going to make you get in a wreck, but it could keep up with a lot. Mag Dump, Shaving with Eric, live daily, 20. You stupid. No way. There's no way that's happening, sir. Trying to heart this. Uh, Mr. Billfold, I'm confessing, I have probed him, country girl. Oh, I like this one. Boogie's already, I like when it starts out. Weird question. If heaven is real, does it exist? I don't know. Hope so. I would like to think that energy can either be created or destroyed, so something exists. You guys should get those earplugs that translate in real time. That would be cool. Dodge V8, GM V8 are the best with least mechanical pieces. Yeah, does anything really exist? Uh, Brax Gray said, Jesus loves you, buddy. You know, for us that are not trying to get real religious tonight, we seem to be getting real religious everywhere. Love from Mobile, Alabama. How do you feel about weed? I wish it was legal everywhere. It'd make things a lot easier. I've never gotten in a fight with somebody just high on weed, but I've gotten in fights plenty of times with people who are drunk. So I think, man, that pimple on my nose is getting worse, ain't it? Don't let that red spot fool you. That is a painful guy. Ow, make my eyes water. I heard the new Axon body worn cameras can do live translation. They can. It's you have to activate it though. Um, if people go, but if people go, how many we see every day don't belong in it? Must be lonely. I don't know. Wade, personally, I effing love weed. Yeah, you do. Kratom is a Schedule 4 here. Magnum people on weed don't fight unless they're fighting over a bag of Cheetos. Truer words have never been spoken. Oh, Joseph, you look like you're coming in hot. What does he say? Please tell me you're not a cop. And if you are, please tell me you're not scared on the job when someone has a gun in the car. Please tell me you don't try to disarm someone legally having a firearm. And please tell me and try to run the serial number. Well, Joseph, we ran a special video. There was a female officer that shot a guy in the leg. I believe it was in Florida. And I talked in depth about how me as a cop in Texas, everybody's got guns. It's your Second Amendment right. I got no business taking your weapon, disarming you for anything. If it's just a traffic related offense, that has nothing to do with you having a gun. Most of the time, I tell people, hey, you don't touch yours, I won't touch mine. That's all there is to it. No, you shouldn't be disarming people. That's my opinion. Especially to run it for the serial number to make sure it's not stolen. No, you don't have a right to do that. Pro Second Amendment, brother. So it's not me just saying it now. We've got a track record of saying that on here. So if you don't believe us, you can go check the older videos. That's why people are watching, Eric. We want to watch the pimple grow. Eric will post updates in the Discord. So, oh my God, I gotta fire my mods. They are out of control. I'm getting a pay cut. Jacksonville, yeah, Freeman, yeah, you're right. That was out of Jacksonville. I'm retired, 20-year sworn federal LEO. Hey, there you go. What's up? That's even more rare. I don't. Um, Federal cops are a different type of police. So for those that know that I'm a municipal city cop, basically, they deal with a totally different thing in the federal side. He says, "Oh, you're from Texas? Hell yeah! Never mind, you're good. Appreciate you, brother." Uh, Jacksonville is a war zone, thinly disguised as a community of used tire salesmen. Uh, Night, Mr. B. Oh, Mr. B jumping off. I didn't see it. He says, "You guys are real Americans. Weed is a gateway drug to the fridge." He said, "Going to buy a beer and come back home saying it to a cop." Good night, Free. Oh, Free's taking off. Later, Free. Joseph says, "I'm subbing. I like you. I appreciate you, brother." Uh, Brandar says, "Yeah, but Texas has an ID addiction problem." No, Brandar, Texas does not. Cops do. Cops have an ID addiction. Poor people are just as smart as white people. Joe Biden. What? Johnny Watt, of all the comments you could have said, that is actually hilarious because it's so random. ECOD March quote. You don't touch yours, I won't touch mine. Collab with Dr. Pimple Popper on the horizon. No. Hell no. Nina, your mods are hilarious. My mods are a problem tonight. uh Oh yeah, Boogie, don't drive. You've been drinking, bro. Don't do that. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Mr. Billfold said Alabama Supreme Court just ruled that a cop can demand ID if they are not satisfied with the answer to their questions. What? That's going to have to be changed. I can't see that being true. I'm not saying you're lying, Mr. Billfold. I'm saying I don't see how they could come to that conclusion. Urgent. Join the Discord to sign a petition for me to keep my mod status. Link in the channel description. You ain't going nowhere. I can't. You're an official member now. Hello from the Yupik Tribal Nation in Alaska. Oh shit, what's going on? Show off my. I got some Chippewa in me, so that's my Chippewa honor tattoo. Um, yeah, country girl said, "Get the fuck out of here, Mr. B." I'll send you a link in the Discord live stream chat. Your mods are the reason you're all here. Alabama Supreme Court ruling won't set precedent nationwide. Hope not. M level 3 said hi, first on your show. Appreciate you. Welcome to the show. We get quite the chatty bunch up in here. That judge's decision will not stand. Already being talked about far and wide. Yeah, I figured. That seems too extreme. No state can violate Fourth Amendment. But like weed, the law will be a gateway drug to get other states to take it. It is for Alabama law. Yeah, you're not wrong right now. I mean, if that's what they ruled, what it is in Alabama. Eric, it stems from the Pastor Jennings case we watched on here before. Can't remember that one, brother. My brain's not the sharpest on the block. Wiki, wiki, wee. Because he's in the middle of 911. I don't know what that means. Oh, why is the number 10 afraid? Oh, because he's in the middle of 9/11. That's fucked up, bro. The crazy lady on the live channel under yours is eating grapes with chopsticks now. The case of the guy watering his neighbor's flowers was called in as a suspicious person. Nina says, I'm Mohawk, Iroquois, and some other tribal Native American blood. Started finding the Native American blood by looking up my great 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 grandfather, who was a Mohawk chief. That's cool. Yeah, Jerry just asked, was Jennings the one watering flowers? Older black gentleman who was ID'd while watering his neighbor's plants while they're on vacation. I can't remember that case. I'll look that one up again. Eric, you clearly aren't doing military time based on your that shape. I am. I had the weekend off, so they didn't make me work this weekend. And I'm a chia pet. My face grows. I can grow a beard in a week. My mom got scared of werewolves. My mom got the burning bush after Dad came back from Thailand. uh, that would be uncomfortable. Eli Cruiser said, "Yo, you remember me?" Not if they held an account. I can't see what that says. and accountable, not if they're held accountable enough. Well, keep those nukes safe then. Yeah. I ain't guarding nukes this time. I am I'm a gate guard. Just take your ID, check it, salute. Thanks for thanks for showing up. Yeah, we've oh, look at that. On the new feature. But yeah, Chief Joseph Brandt, aka I can't pronounce whatever that is. Hey man, what watch band brand? You trust it? I probably can. I don't know what that means. But yeah, we've been going hot now for over an hour and a half. Oh my my Apple 4 watch. This thing doesn't even stay charged the whole day anymore. I got to get a new one. I almost closed out that exercise ring today. Went for a pretty lengthy run. He says apple sheep. Don't hate. I like my closed environment. It makes my life a lot easier. Oh, the band? This I bought this band as like a I got like 10 of them for $10 on Amazon. It's just a cheap rubber sports watch band. It's a no brand name. Marine Blood said, Eric, I don't ever remember them checking my ID at the gate. What color do you use for the checks, red, blue, or green? Sir, I can't tell you that because that would be OPSEC. That you should remember. Apple and the perfection of plan excellence. That's a big word, Mr. Balefold. Neat. I need a sturdy band. My stuff keeps ripping. Yeah, Amazon too. Worth a shot. Yeah, I just typed in uh, rubber sports band so it could hold up to swimming and stuff like that. With Windows and Android, I can fix everything myself and afford to replace all my stuff without getting a loan. I can tell you in since 2007, since I've been on the iPhone bandwagon, I've never had to have my stuff fixed. I've always taken care of it. Michael said, "What's the point of this?" So, Michael, normally what we do is we'd have multiple people on here. We'd be talking about police topics and stuff like that. We'd be showing videos. However, I'm on my military time. I'm a military cop as well. So I'm a municipal cop and I am a military cop. And I do 24 days a year for the military. And I'm on that right now. So I couldn't do a normal live like we normally would do with having guests on here and reviewing body cam videos and talking about whatever police topics that we have on the agenda that day with whatever special guests we have. So instead, because I'm on this crappy Wi Fi and I have an unstable connection, I just jumped on and was talking to everybody and fielding questions. So that's it. That's all the point of today is. So you didn't jump on the best day. You can go check out our past live streams and kind of see what we normally do. But as tonight goes, we're just jumping on, shooting the shit, talking. Um, Chris Wheeler said, "Who the fuck is that standing behind you over your shoulder?" Where? The, just a headboard. Just a headboard. Michael said, "Exactly what I thought." Yeah. Um, Lane Stormont said, "Would you ever send a heart To a citizen, you were white. No. One, I'm married. I've been married to the same girl. We've been together since like seventh grade. We're the same age. We grew up together. No, I wouldn't be sending hearts to anybody. Uh, Mr. Billfold, Michael, the point is this cop is going to shave his face at, at 50 likes in the stream. Shut up. Uh, Chris Wheeler, I thought you knew about that. I'll Jeep. I'll keep Android. So he has the best internet connection available, which is why he can't stream properly. How to say the name Mohawk? T I N T Naga. Nah, not gonna say that again. Eli says, "Hi, I'm back yet again." What's up, Eli? Brandar, I am Navy IT. Hate government for iPhones. The Android ones are so much better to work with. Yeah, I guess it's just the purpose behind why you have it. For me, for all the editing and stuff that I do, and all the reels and the shorts and the social media creation stuff, iPhone with the Apple Watch and the iPad that I'm on right now with my MacBook all work together great and makes my life a lot easier. So no complaints. But I have a desktop PC at home. It's Windows based. I like that too. I like them both. Um, so I should be upset. I'm reading Lane Stormont. So I should be upset if a state police officer sent me a heart while we were dealing with an official matter. Uh, Tentatively, yes. I don't know enough about what you're talking about, but yeah, if he's on official duty, he shouldn't be sending you personal messages unless you guys are friends that way. If you guys are friends that way, it's different. But Google is trying to lock Android down so only verified Android apps can be used. I don't like that. They are not. Google already got sued trying to do this years ago. I would trust Brandar. He knows his shit when it comes to tech. My youngest son's iPhone will not communicate with Android phones. We'll get him a new one. I'm ordering one of those mesh communicators. Freeman. Freeman, you're supposed to check out a while ago. He said, okay, I have to check out now. I love all the work you do, but I also love these friendly discussions once again. Nice. Yeah, yeah, tonight's just a friendly discussion, y'all. We're just bullshitting. That's it. Mesh-tastic. That's mesh-tastic. Listen, if you get emotionally invested trying to say that iPhone's better than Android, Android's better than iPhone, like, says more about you and your insecurities. I like my iPhone. Brander says a teen in China reverse engineered an iPhone and identified that Apple is blocking capabilities with Android. Hey, at least they got a USB C now in the phone. Brander said, my beef is actually with Apple business practices. Well, good luck because they're a powerhouse for sure. Motor Rider said, the Iran shit is getting so fucking crazy, and I'm getting a plate carrier for Easter. Hell yeah. Get you a plate carrier. I recommend the Strandhog tube system for a plate carrier. My beef is medium rare. The USB C was engineered to be worse than the normal USB C. Apple F you to the requirement. Well, whatever it is, it's nice to be able to plug USB-C hub into my phone and create content because I do that. By the way, most of you guys that follow know that I got my 107 drone license, and I plan to start creating content with a drone. And right around the corner, March 26th, DJI is releasing the Avata 360. And that is the drone I have decided to be my first drone. So I'm hoping to create some content with that. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to do it. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I've been in talks with Skydio. That could possibly be a drone as well. But as far as me purchasing one, I can't purchase. I can't purchase a drone from Skydio because they only sell to law enforcement. So I couldn't buy one for myself. Doesn't work that way. And Android can now airdrop to Apple, but Apple still can't with Android. What? Interesting. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that Avata 360, it has got me pumped up. I need a drone that pretty much flies itself. I'm not trying to. I learned this about drone people too. There's like two factions. There's the first person view people, and they like to make their own drones. I didn't even know that was a thing. And they look down on anybody that buys pre-built drones, like the one that I'm getting. So I got a whole beef against them. Heat Shield said Avata is sleek. You'll love it. 20 plus minute flights. Yeah, I heard the 360 is doing like 38-minute flights, which I understand with a drone, depending on the wind and all the other factors, you'll probably get a solid 20 minutes every time. Marine Blood said, I remembered it wrong. It's are trying to make it so you have to be registered developer to make Android apps, which involves paying a fee and giving them your government ID. I'm sorry, Opal Rose said, pre-built is less work and guaranteed to work. I get 35 to 38 minutes on my DJI. Drone nerds gatekeeping the use of their shelf drones, nerds being nerds. Yeah. And I went down the whole rabbit hole of the VP first person view drones that they're making themselves, and they're badass. They don't get me wrong. I want that too. I want to try those too. But to start out, I just need to learn how to fly. Getting your 107 doesn't mean you know how to fly. You still got to learn how to fly them. So I want something that's going to be easy and the learning curve is very small. So I can get the experience to maybe move up to these drones that you can build yourself. But I'm not there yet. And I don't think they should be shaming me because I want to get a pre-built drone. Yeah, I want to create content with it. I think it'll be fun. All right, guys. I think I've been on long enough. It was a good little impromptu shoot the shit session. Give a shout out to peregrine.io. Make sure all of you that want to not be a shitty detective anymore, if you want to turn into the next Sherlock Holmes overnight, check out Peregrine. Go down that rabbit hole. If you need to get in contact with anybody, direct message me or email me, or go to peregrine.io and just tell them Two Cops One Donut sent you. If you guys like our badge and our patches and everything like that, check out ghostpatch.com. They're another official sponsor. You can type in Two Cops One Donut at their page, and you'll find our merchandise. We have coins, patches, and badges. Let's see. What else do we got? Retro Rifle, which I'm not wearing a Retro Rifle shirt tonight, but check out Retro Rifle. And they're not a sponsor yet, but I'm just gonna give a shout out to Skydio and hopefully maybe win them over. Like you have time to build a drone here. Yeah, that's true. I could have started building one tonight. I would have had some time there. I have the Mavic 4 Pro and it's been perfect. Yeah, the Mavic, that's a badass drone. That's expensive too, bro. It ain't cheap. Country girl, where are the hoodies, Eric? We have somebody working on that. Nat, one of our mods, she's gonna get into the t-shirt design stuff, and we need to find those hoodies for her. That may be something that she creates. So, so right around the corner. All right, mom. There will never be hoodies, country girl. Eric lies. No, I'm not lying. It's possible. Steve Walls, hit the like button. Yeah, guys. Hit the like, follow, subscribe. If you've already done all that, share us with somebody. Try to help us expand. Let's get the message out there. Let's get the mission going. I appreciate everybody's help tonight. Shout out to my mods. Thank you for all your guys' continued hard work. Who would I report bear tracks to? Bear tracks would be to your local game warden. Heat shield. Good night. Give us hoodies or give us death. Oh, too funny. Yeah. Fishing game. Absolutely. Good to see you, Mr. Bill Full. Brand art. Thank you to everybody that dropped some money on the channel tonight. Does make this all possible. So Wade, take it easy, brother. All right, guys. I will bounce later.